So today, this video is sponsored by Wiggins Hair. I'll be installing a U-part wig, and yeah, let's get into it. They sent me this wig, and it's supposed to be leave out, so I've never had a wig before, or even like a wig like this. So we just finna see how this works. So in the satin bag, I got a nude wig cap, wig band, edge brush, and lashes. I'm going to do a voiceover for the girlies for this video. This is the unit. This is how it looked. I was putting it on my head just to see where I was going to map it out for my leave out to be. So it wouldn't be too much or too little because the cutout is already cut. Here I'm just splitting my hair down the middle, sectioning it into two so I can start braiding. I am making a U part in the front so I can put my leave out. I separate this into two braids so it can be on two different sides, and I'm going to braid that forward after I clip everything down. I have sectioned my leave out into two and braiding it forward so it can be completely out the way of everything else while we're doing our braid down. Now we're going to take those two braids and twirl them upwards, put a clip on them so we can braid our hair down. I am taking out my edges, what I want to go over the tracks in the front just to give it a more natural look and not look like a wig. This is supposed to look like a quick weave or sew-in when we're done, so we want the most seamless look as possible. Therefore, I will be leaving out the front edges of my hair. If you are doing this hairstyle on yourself, I highly suggest you splitting your hair in half and braiding half of your hair and then the other half. I put about 3 to 4 braids on each side. My head is not that big, just for reference, so you can take that into consideration when how many braids you're putting in your head. As long as they're tight, you shouldn't have any problems with any bumpiness once your install is fully done. I suggest braiding your braid down all the way down to the end, or as much as possible, so when you are adding that braid into the next braid, it's not super thick. Braid it down to the end.
And after all, if you do really like what you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is, you can eventually.
Midway through your second braid, you are going to take the first braid and incorporate it into that braid and braid it down completely. This gives you a seamless look and allows you to skip the step of having to sew in your braids at the end. This install is glueless and you don't need any type of sewing materials for any of this. You're just going to keep incorporating the last braid into the current braid so you don't have to do anything at the end. You should be left with 2 braids when you are done doing your braid down on each side. Now that one side is done, we're going to move on to the other side and incorporate the same steps. Make sure you are not braiding up your leave out on the side and still incorporating the previous braid to your current braid and braiding it down fully.
Absolutely stupid to spend your time doing things you don't like.
After you are done braiding down your hair, you should have 2 braids, and you will be able to clip these up under your wig just by flipping them upward. This is the unit. I would set a 180 straight density wig all around. It comes with 5 clips and 3 clips along the other side of your hair, as well as an elastic to really secure your wig and keep it from moving. When installing, you are going to push that clip outward so it can open. When you put it on your hair, you're going to push the groove down and clip it back in. You will feel a grasp, and that's how you know the wig is tight and in place. This is the wig on after I have put all the clips on and put it down. I'm about to start doing my leave out first with this serum. I'm going to take a couple pumps, put it on my leave out and the hair as I straighten it. This keeps your hair protected and from heat damage. Going piece by piece, I comb it out, and then I use the comb as a trace kind of sorta so I can flat iron my hair. This just makes sure the hair is bone straight and gets out any knots along the way. I hit the top parts with a hot comb just to make sure everything is super flat. I take out one braid at a time and I put the silk serum on there, and I am just going to part my hair and hit it with the hot comb for the roots all the way through, and then I'm going to go back with the flat iron and the comb and do the same method I did on the weave on my hair. This just assures that all your hair is super flat. So guys, I actually got to the end of the video. This is me closing out the video, and I just realized I didn't really like how my hair looked. Like, it could have gave more. So I came back a few days later, redid my edges and everything, just revamped my hair and showed y'all how I do my crimps, and stay tuned for the method for that. I am just going around the border of my hair with the hot comb and the top to make sure my hair is flat. I told you all I had to revamp my hair. This is me a few days later. I used this edge booster. I hit the top of my head to make sure all the flyaways are down, and this just has your hair looking super shiny. I don't completely go through with the hot comb. I just kind of tap the top all the way around. Splitting my hair into two, then separating smaller pieces. I am combing through that, hitting it with some Got To Be spray all the way down, then taking my crimper and holding it for about 50 or so seconds, maybe 45 seconds, just depending on your hair and how high your heat is. My crimper is on 450. I'm moving fast in the video because it's cut up clips, but this is a pretty lengthy process. I continue to repeat these steps as I go through my hair. Of course, once you get to your leave out, you don't want to hold it for as long, but you do want to make sure that it is being crimped correctly. Being that this hair is a straight unit, I do not suggest flat ironing your hair then going back to crimp it. If your hair is just, you know, fresh out of braids or something, you can easily crimp your hair from here. I don't suggest doing any flat ironing beforehand. I took two flat clips and just pushed my hair back so I can maneuver my edges out the way. I pushed them forward and I am curling them upward with a mini flat iron to get that curl effect so your edges aren't laying over your eyebrows, but they are cutely laid. To lay my edges, I use an edge brush, some spritz, and I spray my edge brush completely. I fan it out a little bit and then I just brush my edges in the circular kind of motion how I want them to lay. You can go in with your desired edge control. I just take a tap literally and I rub that small amount that you've taken at the top, and then you're going to brush it through. Do not rub your edges with edge control. It will make them like white looking and not the effortless look. To finish off the look, I just hit my hair in the front with some Got To Be and fanned it, and this is the finished product. I still had to put on my clothes, so I didn't comb my hair out. So y'all, the first take I took of my hair, I just was not really feeling it, so I had to come back and style it for y'all. So hopefully y'all like the crimps. Taught y'all how to do the crimps. I get DMs all the time like, make a video on crimps, make a video on crimps, and it's such a long process. I don't even want to record it for real, but I recorded for y'all today. Give y'all something a little extra on my little hair tips, so please use them. If you have any questions, drop them below. Make sure y'all check out the description box below for the hair details. And yeah, thanks Wiggins for sponsoring this video and sending me this hair. I love this unit, and more hair videos coming soon, guys. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Come live with us. Spaz signing out.
I ain't satisfied with my career, but it's still early. Mama called, she still worried. Bound to fall, I'm still learning. I don't